Here, on the edge of the Honde Valley escarpment, a new day begins. The sun rises, burning off the heavy mist that blankets these lush valleys. This, friends, is Zimbabwe's Eastern Highlands, a world away from the dry savannas and sun-scorched plains most people associate with our nation. It's a land of cool air, perpetual greenery, and dramatic mountains that rise out of the clouds, making it a paradise for hikers, bird watchers, and those in search of profound beauty. I've traveled to many corners of Zimbabwe, but for this episode, there was only one place I needed to be. A place that's become globally famous not just for its breathtaking views, but for hosting an iconic trio of British gentlemen. This is the very same Skydeck Mountain Retreat where Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, and James May chose to film the final special of the Grand Tour. Their last adventure, One for the Road, brought them to this incredible spot. And I had to come see for myself why they chose to end a 2-decade-long journey right here on this very deck.
Guys, I'm so happy to be here. We are over at Skydeck Retreat out here in Nyanga, and I have Bernie, who is going to take us through the product. Bernie, thank you for having us. Can you talk to the people about who you are and what all this is?
Well,
Very broad question.
Thank you. Okay, Bernie started far and wide in 1988, full time. And shortly after that, got married in 1989, and that's when things really started to happen with my wife Julie. Started out with a passion for outdoors, adventure, and wilderness, and got a lot out of that myself as a school pupil at St. George's College. A wonderful expedition we used to do, and then wanted to pass that on to others.
Right.
And especially children. And so we started far and wide and invited groups of youngsters to come up and experience the wilderness, try to pass on our love of God's creation. We're very fortunate to find this particular wilderness in the Eastern Highlands of the Nyanga, and had these children up and some great experiences for everyone, including ourselves. Every week was a learning experience. And then the children wanted to bring their parents. And
And that became a whole new thing because now you're integrating adults into your product offering.
yeah,
And I think a lot of us grew up going to far and wide camps. It was one of our things that we look forward to, especially for the older kids. We can all relate to coming on these far and wide camps during the holidays or during the school term. What is it that moves you in terms of, because you were getting into the bit about the parents also joining part of these trips. For you, who has created this really immaculate concept, and that has brought us here 20, 30 years later from when you were last here. Talk to me a little bit about what you love about seeing a mom and a dad and their kids come in, or aunts, uncles, or grandparents, multi-gen people coming out here.
I think it's just the growth you see in people from when they arrive, often stressed and tired from their busy lives in Harare or wherever it would be. And then you just see the magic of the wilderness working on them and their souls, and just how they grow and appreciate. So they change. Every week it's a new experience, and for us, and we learn, as I said, and just to see the change that people go through. Even now today, as we have the Skydeck, which is our luxury product, and we called it retreat for a very specific reason, as opposed to resort or hotel or whatever, or lodge, because we wanted to keep that essence to people. So sure, it's luxury, it's amazing, the food is great,
absolutely.
and the rooms and stuff, but it is still that element of renewal, recreation, in people.
Transformation.
Yeah, that we like to have. So be it a short stay of a couple of nights or longer stay, there's always a transformation that we see in people, and that I think still inspires them.
We had an incredible sunrise this morning. There's nothing for me that quite beats a great view, watching the sunrise, blinds open, piping hot cup of coffee.
Yeah.
It's really, really is special.
I see you glowing.
I mean, look, I'm well rested, I can tell you that. I'm well rested. I think what I would love for you to talk to me about, just one last question, because I could go on and we'll spend the whole afternoon, but I do know that you've got a lot to get up to. If you were to give people a couple lines on your why, what is your why? What is the why for your family in creating this great product that not only speaks to children coming from different schools all over the country, and perhaps beyond, to a person like me who heard about Skydeck, been watching it on a prolific show and thought, when next time in Zim, I want to make my way up there. What is your why when you think of different people, the category of challenges and everything else?
Yeah, I think, as I said, our why is very much to transform people, albeit in a small way, and to uplift people, to make life better for people through their experience of the Skydeck Mountain Retreat.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for your time. Really, I'm delighted to be spending the next few days here. We've had such a great 24 hours so far. Absolute adventure. We look forward to touching on different elements of the property. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and bring out my friend Karen. Karen, you're going to join us shortly, and she's going to take us through a couple of questions that she has for Bernie about why she loves Skydeck. Thanks, bye.
Bernie and Julie Cragg's vision laid out the foundation of far and wide Zimbabwe, as well as Skydeck Mountain Retreat, a place born from a love for adventure and the untamed beauty of the Eastern Highlands. But to truly build something that lasts, you have to look beyond the business and consider its legacy. And for Bernie and Julie, that legacy is carried forward by the next generation, a generation passionate about protecting this very place that inspired it all. The Craggs have entrusted the heart of the operations to their sons at Far and Wide and the luxurious offering that is Skydeck Mountain Retreat. I sat down with Josh to speak to him about his family's commitment to people, to hospitality, to conservation, and supporting local communities.
So Josh, the Cragg family has been here 35 years, correct?
Indeed, yeah.
And that is quite spectacular, really tremendous as far as the touch points between your family and the local community. Can you take me through some of the initiatives or some of the cool things that you're doing and working in partnership with the local communities around Far and Wide?
Yeah, so obviously we started out, my parents started out as a very small company, and with that we had a very small team. But over the last 35 years, we've slowly grown. And with that, we've had the opportunity to employ a larger team. Close on 50 people now.
Wow.
And they all live predominantly in the Honza Valley. So within about 15 to 20 Ks from Far and Wide. And we've really focused on that, local employment. So they support their extended families and so on. In terms of specific community outreach projects, we are growing that space. We have a couple of initiatives that are already operational.
Right.
One being a substantial beekeeping operation called Humble Honey.
Oh, brilliant.
That's with the Boo and Chikata communities. That's predominantly operated under Skyrun, which is our ultra trail marathon. And we basically have a number of bee or honey growers out there that sells us close on 5 tons of honey a year.
Wow.
That we then process, bottle, and sell on. So we are their market. So we buy all of the honey from them, and then we process and value add, and then take it to markets in the local area. And then recently we have a new conservation organization called Wild Highlands Conservation Trust. And that project is seeking to partner with a number of different land authorities in the area and really focus on 5 key pillars, all centered on conservation and community life.
That's absolutely brilliant. And I think obviously driving in, you get to see this magnificent landscape, but it needs stewards that protect, the landscape, that protect the trees and all of that.
Absolutely. On this day and age, if you look at the trek to our protected areas and wild areas, and then consider what those threats will be like in 20 or 50 years' time, the person bringing fresh air, those landscapes, but that's very, very important.
Do you integrate that into some of the courses or the knowledge sharing information that you give with your students when they come into, come in for camps and things? Do you integrate those elements?
It's a common thread throughout our programs and lectures and workshops, but we do in fact have a specific conservation program. It's called ABC.
Oh, wow.
And that's projects or conservations for my mum runs, predominantly for grade 4 and part students that come out, so 5 night, and she'll take that through a very intense but fun and educational conservation program that really opens their eyes up to the natural world and hopefully inspire them to be more considerate of the way they live their life and grow up and their future careers and so.
And how has that transformed you? Obviously, you're part of a family business and you get to have face-to-face or direct interaction with students as they learn about this beautiful space that you call home. How has that transformed you as Chris Cragg and all this that you do?
It was really impactful during my formative years growing up here. We didn't really have any neighbors. So it was myself and my 2 brothers growing up and basically just exploring and gaining an ever-increasing appreciation for God's beautiful creation and the huge wilderness that Zimbabwe offers, from the Lokal to the Zambezi Valley to Wangi. And conservation, rural communities, outdoor adventure-based tourism has become my passion based on those formative years.
Well, we're excited to be unleashing our inner child shortly. It's been nothing short of outstanding so far. I don't know if we're able to jump on these things later. I don't know if we have the courage to be as adventurous as we were decades ago. But we really are grateful to have the opportunity to hang out with you guys over the next few days. So thank you so much for having us.
It's easy to see how far and wide Zimbabwe has grown into a beacon of adventure in the Eastern Highlands. Over its more than 30-year history, it has evolved from an outdoor education center into a comprehensive adventure hub. It now offers a host of multi-day educational programs for schools, team building and leadership training for students and corporate groups, as well as family-focused adventures that include outdoor activities such as hiking, mountain climbing, and kayaking. This is all backed by a wide array of accommodation options to suit every guest preference. From the exhilarating Mutarazi Skywalk to the peaceful, exclusive luxury of the Skydeck Mountain Retreat, the Cragg family has created a world of experiences. And it's not just about the thrill or the views. It's about a deep, family-driven commitment to this land and its people. On this journey, I wanted to share this experience with someone who truly understands its significance. I invited my dear friend, Karen Nyanga, an entrepreneur in this luxury real estate sector. Karen and I have something in common. We both have fond memories of our school days spent at Far and Wide, and these were an integral part of our childhoods. Now as a professional selling luxury properties in the Eastern Highlands, I knew Karen would offer a unique perspective. I wanted her to join Bernie and I to discuss what she found so inspiring about the architecture and the overall guest experience at Skydeck Mountain Retreat. I wanted her to talk a little bit about how it aligns with the standards of luxury real estate in Zimbabwe.
Hello, I'm Karen Nyanga, and I'm the licensee and the managing director of Finance and Real Estate here in Zimbabwe. So we're very proud to have this license because it's a part of a global network of real estate agencies, over 350 offices worldwide to date, and Zimbabwe is one of them. So it's just such a wonderful thing to actually have tangible real estate. So Bernie, I actually am somebody who has experienced the R&Y product. So I am many years post, but as a child in high school, I just really have to say that if it was something that is giving feedback to the transformation that people actually get here, I truly was transformed in my experience. So thank you very much for what it is that you have done. It has been very impactful, which is really great. But now I see so many things have changed. Actually, I almost cannot recognize certain things. You have managed to merge modern design with remaining in the natural element. And can you just take me through your thought process and how you have been transforming the space as well? So it's not just the human transformation, but also the area to merge all of the various business elements.
Yes, well, I think we started out, as you know, all those years ago, and we've had tens of thousands of children through our program over those years. But as much as the buildings have changed, people have changed, and we felt that we had outgrown very rustic, simple buildings. But as you said, we wanted to grow. And along with that, we didn't want to lose that sort of taking people out of their familiar frames of reference, because that was an essential ingredient in our recipe of the camps and wilderness experiences. So we wanted to keep it different, but we did need to grow and to change and to move this along. And so we came up with this. We got some people, and several people had a go at it, architecturally speaking. But yeah, that was our brief to them, plus our own ideas. And I think we succeeded in producing a fairly unique product here, but at the same time retaining that element of taking people out of their familiar frame of reference, but keeping wilderness. There's lots of glass around and that, so panoramic views out into the wilderness, bringing that wilderness in, rather than brick walls and things everywhere.
Perfectly. No, definitely. I mean, everyone has spoken about the amazing sunrise. I basically saw the sunset. But it just really is something that is quite impactful, managing to interweave the internal spaces with our external, the natural light, like you spoken about, or even the neutral tones that you've chosen in the palettes of all the decor in the various rooms. Were you really part of selecting that, or was that more your wife in terms of how that comes in?
I was around. But yes, I have a very gorgeous and talented wife, and that's in the deck board. That's So she put her touch to all of that.
Definitely. No, I love it because I'm also looking.
But I was around.
You were right, definitely. You're very important in terms of making the equation balance out. So, of course, we are set in Mount, and you're right, surrounded by the most amazing views. So that backdrop really speaks a lot to all of these various things. And the element of design, of course, you've got a beautiful painting naturally to work with. What else comes through in terms of the feedback that you've been getting from all of the various people now through the years, when you started to now, in terms of how you have brought forward this new design of a property specs that you see?
I think some people have come back to us and said, "Oh, you've lost, a little bit of your old rustic ruggedness," but thank goodness, and wow, they've been blown away by the beauty and the architecture, and just retaining that essence with fire and Skydeck is bliss. So there are some people who have hopped over those olden days and things, but children have changed, and people have changed, and we had to change with the timeless going forward. So we've been around 35 years, and we thought that this was the right way to go for the next 35 years.
What's a hospitality experience without the food component? Providing world-class experiences in a remote location comes with a unique set of challenges. Ingredient sourcing can be a logistical puzzle, but many innovative operations have found creative solutions, whether they come by supporting local community growers or, where space permits, taking matters into their own hands. During our stay at Skydeck Mountain Retreat, we came to learn that they've embraced a beautiful solution to this challenge. Their on-site greenhouses and coops are pretty much where the concept of farm to fork comes alive. It's a living larder, providing fresh, organic produce and eggs daily, and the magic behind this isn't just in the soil, it's in the hands of the people who tend to it. It's a seamless journey from the garden to the plate, and every step is a testament to the skill and dedication of the staff. From the gardener who nurtures the herbs to the private chef who crafts each meal, their work is the heart of the guest experience. We had a chance to hang out with the man who brings it all together in the kitchen, the resident chef, who was literally a true master of his craft. He showed us how these fresh, local ingredients inspire his creations, making every meal a celebration of his talent, his passion for cooking, and the uniqueness of the place.
My name is Chef Ray.
Hey.
I come from Old Valley and started working as a chef 15 years ago. And so I got a trip before. So I started working it up before as a gamekeeper, then become a chef.
Take me through, how did you get into the culinary world? How did you discover your passion for cooking?
Okay, so I started as a kitchen porter in Culinary.
Okay.
So I showed my interest in cooking. So the managers, by the time they upgraded me to the chef, cooking chef. So they were looking for a chef, and they said, no, we can take this kitchen porter to be a chef. And they said no, and I said yes, I'm willing to take the ropes, be a chef. And then I got into it, showing interest into it, and that's when I saw my passion growing and see that chefing is my career. Then that's where it started. Then we got into clinical 2018. Started to grow slowly, and that did this call among my chefs. Angari around by then, local chefs, the likes of Paloi, Chungodziza. Then the managers by then they hired a Michelin starred chef from Scotland by the name Chris Fedweder.
Wow, okay.
We were taught by him, and we took what we took and we used it.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm now at the Skydeck, and I'll be up a Skydeck, and I can see the passion. So before the Skydeck, I also worked Valentine's Boat as chef. During the process, I also went to the Tare Polytechnic just to
my skills in you and
yes, the skills, and now here at Skydeck, I'm chef now.
We are super excited to have you join us on this circuit of our Traverse the Costa Bubble. It's been a blessing to be able to take some of my special humans, people that I really respect in their line of work. And yeah, it's an adventure. Talk to me a little bit about what it's been like for you. You jump on, join the circuit. We're in Nyanga. I'm fully aware that you do some cool stuff in the real estate space. Yes. But before we get to that, I would love for you to take me through your first impressions of the Skydeck, the cheats.
First of all, I must first tell everybody that I have been trolling you for a long time, and I've been waiting for one of these opportunities. So when it did come up, I was like, 2 seconds, hey, I'm coming on. So I've really been wanting to come on board. And I must actually say that it has been everything, and probably even surpassed what I did expect. It wasn't very touristy. It was very casual, but I managed to experience the destination, and we've had the most beautiful weather here in Nyanga, and the people have been hosting us very well. The food has been spectacular. The entire team has been really grand, and you just feel part of the camaraderie of everything going around. And I mean, everybody needs to enjoy this little bit of luxuries every single day. I think. Yeah, definitely.
And you and I love for soft life.
Oh.
And it's really it's an absolute blessing to be able to incorporate magnificent spaces in great places across our beloved country. Now, you have spent a couple of days with us over here at Skydeck Retreats.
Yes, fortunate.
And fortunate us.
Yes.
I would love for you to take me through the allure of the space. Obviously, real estate is a big part of your life. It is life for you. You focus heavily on luxury properties. What are some of the things that are turnkey or pluses since you got here that you've loved about Skydeck?
Oh, so of course I've experienced a bit of the history of this area before, but when I was really looking into, outside of the experience, but just on the work side, I was really trying to see how the owners had fully incorporated natural elements. What were the materials that they utilized that you can see within the surrounds? How they've blended in with the landscape. How far out all of the modern stuff like really sticks out to me stark. And I don't want to lie, it's blended. It's blended so effortlessly that you feel you're like camouflaged within all the surrounds, the canopy of the trees, like even the aluminium, the glass element, letting the light in. It's almost like this was always foreplanned many years ago, and their design, modern as it is, still maintains that charm of you're still at home but on an elevated level. And it's just been so wonderful to actually see that their dream has like started to unfold, but also it's not a static dream.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the luxury of many spaces, when I am looking around for real estate or even for clients who are calling in from outside and they're like, well, I'd love to do this on the other. There's sort of like a difference of when they see something that's in a glossy magazine or they see something that someone else has done, and actually having lived, breathed, and been in the space to see how you can work in your design and your dream into an area that it doesn't really break, the feel, the look, and everything that you really want to create as an ambiance for your guests. So it's been seamless. I really must commend the entire team that was part of it.
Yeah, the Cragg family obviously has a long-standing history. 35 years, I think they heard from me yesterday about, how we build this product, where the inspiration comes from.
Yeah.
How do you draw out inspiration? And are you looking for publicity to your clients, or when you are, I think I believe you're also in the development side of it. Where do you draw your inspiration from when you envision a space? So I'm coming in and I want to buy a townhouse, or I want to buy a smaller space because I brought me mobile, so I don't want a big space. I want something that's really neat and efficient. Where do you draw your inspiration?
So I must say, with real estate, with the way that I look at it, it's not just a text message and an email that's very personal. The way that we have curated our service offering, we love to say that we really offer a bespoke service to our clients. So you probably spend a good 20-30 minutes talking to you, trying to understand where you're coming from, not only just about the financials, but what it is that you consider as important and what centers your living kind of style. So if you're a person who loves the great outdoors, there's no point for me to literally say to you, I'm going to offer you a place in the city. If you're somebody who really wants something that's quite convenient, I wouldn't then go through to, offer you something that's 200, 300 kilometers away from your future comfort. So first and foremost, the inspiration is from the client themselves. I need to understand their way of life, what they've been exposed to, what they're really particularly looking at. And then we try to see what we have immediately that we can match them with and take them through for a tour. In that tour, I literally take the back seat. Doesn't seem like it's possible, but I do. I take the back seat and I blend with the surrounds, and I'm literally just a voice in the background, trying to see how they're experiencing what they see and what tick their boxes, what doesn't. And when you start to see that first-hand experience, I think probably you had this sense, even when I went through the door, of how someone else experiences something that you see on a day-to-day basis. You're like, oh, okay, they like this, or this is probably not for them. And then when we have another sit down and you're like, okay, so what can we say? These are the pluses, these are the negatives, and then we move forward.
So I find it a really compelling intersection between my world in travel and your world in real estate, because ultimately it's about what a space makes you feel. It's the experiential aspect in big, and the brightly is our bigs at the very strength. Yeah. Let's super move it into my world a little bit from your perspective. I would love to hear your take on how you think tourism is evolving. And when I say tourism, then you kind of drill down on the hospitality aspect. gone are the days of huge behemoth properties of 400 rooms and whatnot. I am a huge fan of boutique. I'm a huge fan of smaller, more intimate spaces that incorporate natural elements. I'm a huge fan of how people make me feel when I get there. That's a big part of why we always bring special guests to come about curated experience. If I'm sad, my mom's like, I don't girl, that's it would be. I love the feeling of seeing somebody wowed by a space. What have you seen in your most recent travels as it relates to Zimbabwe? What have you seen as a shift? What are you seeing in terms of products? Incorporation again of these natural elements, space, use of space, design. What are some of the things that you have seen of late in your most recent travels across the country?
In terms of feedback with people, not just myself in terms of experience, but with a lot of people that are Zimbabweans that probably have not done south in Zim. Obviously, wherever they've been, has significantly impacted their notion of travel or their notion of tourism, luxury or any other. I find obviously it's still our hotels, the big chains, will still have business because we'll always have that commercial aspect of people coming in. They're coming in on a conference, so that will still have its space. But right now we have the people who want that experience. They want to literally coordinate their outfits. They want glam images. Instagram is popping because of this.
Yes.
And even just the privacy, the discretion of being able to just wind down in a place where you do not even have cell phone connectivity.
I love that.
That whole thing of switching off and being in an area and being in the moment is a sort of very quintessential to a lot of business people. Even when it comes to families, you're finding that a lot of younger kids have got a more refined palate. It's no longer burgers and chips. You've got children who are asking in something different things. So I'm very happy that our Zimbabweanness, our Zimbabwean nature is embracing all of the local stuff. And sadly, I must say, I really thank the lockdown moment because we really had to focus on what we had.
And refreshing the product.
Correct. And it forced so many things and so many businesses to really think of how can we make this experience something that's really curated to the person who's going to come through the door. And it's been great. It's like on steroids. And I tell you, people come to them.
They must come. They must come.
We can't tell you enough. Just come to them. Yeah.
Karen, it's an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We hope we can find some time in your schedule to drag you along with us again.
You would not need to drag me to the airport.
Thank you so much for joining us.
It's in the quiet moments of service where you truly feel the heart of Skydeck Mountain Retreat. Beyond the stunning vistas and bespoke architecture, the team here elevates a stay from simply a visit to an experience to love and one you'll cherish for a lifetime. They don't just anticipate your needs, they pour their passion into every detail, from the perfectly timed morning coffee to the soothing touch of a massage. And it's in the flexibility of this space that's key to this personal touch. Guests can enjoy the privacy of exclusive villas, or for those seeking ultimate exclusivity, reserve the entire mountain retreat. Whether it's a couple's escape or family gathering, time out with friends, these spaces are designed to accommodate anywhere from 2 to 10 people, ensuring that every stay is not just memorable, but truly your own.
My name is Talent. I come from Wonde Valley and I work at Skydeck Mountain Retreat.
How long have you worked at Skydeck Mountain Retreat?
It's actually been months.
Ah.
I would say all my life because we've been working with the managers from Abofo. Then we had to come here at Skydeck. And here at Skydeck, I'm a masseuse. I'm also a host and I also do housekeeping. I'm diverse because we work together, like we have this thing of team building whereby we go everywhere, like we make like wherever you like.
Try different things. What's your favorite thing about your work, Talent?
I actually love hosting, meeting people, different people, talking to them, like how they are, where they come from, and then I'll be telling them about our special Skydeck, mixing with the mountains and such a thing. Yeah.
Saka pabasa renyu pamunomuka. What does a day for Talent look like? Notanga zuva renyu muchita sei ropera rakaita sei?
I usually start my day with a smile. So that I would just, the day will be like cool if I'm smiling all the time. Because if I smile, then everything will be okay. And I believe if I smile at people, then they will smile back. If they have issues, then it will be all dissolved. That's how we do. And then here we have this motto of coming as a friend and living as a family.
As our time at Skydeck Mountain Retreat came to an end, it was clear for my friends and I that this was more than just a place to stay. Skydeck is a sanctuary that offers a perfect blend of barefoot luxury and untouched wilderness in Zimbabwe's Eastern Highlands. This is where comfort dining meets the beauty of the mountains, where a dose of adrenaline on the famed Mutarazi Skywalk and Skyline is balanced by the quiet serenity of a nature walk through the community. Whether you're an outdoor lover, seeking the thrill of adventure, or soul in search of a quiet moment to simply absorb your natural surroundings, Skydeck is a place that restores you. It's a true testament to the power of Zimbabwe's Eastern Highlands. It's a place to still time, to reconnect, and be truly present. The best part, this entire experience is just a short drive away. From the vibrant energy of Harare, you can reach Skydeck Mountain Retreat in just under 4 hours. Join us for yet another installment of adventures as we unpack more of my favorite destinations across Zimbabwe and all the people, places, and impact stories that we'll find on location. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. We'll see you soon.